I do think that there's a lot of misunderstanding about Islam and Hizmet. And unfortunately, some of the news we get out of Turkey today, where you hear the Turkish government attacking Hizmet and Gulen, also projects this view that Hizmet is somehow wrapped up in conflict, which is not at all what it's about. So I think it's very hard for someone who is not familiar with the history of Hizmet and the work of Gulen to understand what is happening. There's just a wall of noise that really shouts conflict all the time. This is wrong, this is dangerous. And I think it's going to be necessary for Hizmet to do an even better job of explaining itself, reaching out, introducing people to the work of Gulen. I mean, when you read Gulen's work, it's all about peace, understanding, knowledge, progress. There's very little in it about conflict except how to get past conflict and get over it.
Over and over again, it is, we are not a political movement. We are a social movement seeking to build up humanity. Within some other groups, I do get around to Christian congregations making presentations on Islam. And the usual questions that I will get are, why do they hate us? Why do they want to kill us? And I can say, who? Who is doing this to you? Not the people that I know. And to present Hoджа-эфэнdi's views, to present those positions, his quotations, that Islam, you cannot be a Muslim and be a terrorist, this insistence. And that is sincere.
So if you look at Islam, we keep on saying Islam is a religion of peace and submission to the will of God. And peace is something that the Hizmet movement has been, and Fethullah Gülen has been very, very focused on. Peace through love, through harmony. And Islam teaches love. It doesn't teach hatred. In fact, Islam says to kill one life is to kill humanity. And that type of progressive thinking, that type of approach, it's the true approach to Islam. And I think the Hizmet movement and Fethullah Gülen are on that path, the true path to Islam.
Unfortunately, we have a lot of fundamentalists, some of them violent, and the only other voice you tend to hear in the Arab world is a purely traditional one, a modern one, yes, but traditional. It seems to me, particularly in the Arab world, there's a great need for a modern, progressive, pro-education view of Islam to get the Arab world out of its troubles. So that, to me, they need something very much like the Hizmet movement, and a person like Mr. Gülen, like Hoджа-эфэнди, who brings science, education, but above all, preaches tolerance. Because to me, tolerance is the mother of all virtues.
Turkish people, they need this movement. And this movement, of course, needs the help of the government. Although the movement is not a political movement, it does not involve in politics. But at the same time, there is, there are many areas the government should not hinder the work of the movement. And should be supportive, if not collaborating, but at least support. And at least does not hinder, does not create problem. And so there should be, and the movement is a peaceful movement. It's not involved in any violence or anything like that, so this is good. So that's what we have to do. We have to support and encourage peaceful movement in the Muslim world.